The role of the President's economic advisors. In this report, I plan on discussing the various roles and responsibilities of those individuals influencing the President of the United States, as well as their qualifications to make such decisions. My name is Melvin Parker Jr. I'm a business management student, and I currently attend Lewis Clark State College. The introduction today, I will be discussing many aspects of the President's Council of Economic Advisors. CEA will be reviewed and discussed. The President has a very important role to lead our country and make critical decisions about war, policies, and our economy. But he does not make these decisions by himself. He has teams of people who are supposedly highly qualified to assist him. First to be discussed is the history of how the economic advisors came to be and how they have evolved over time. There was some discrepancy in the beginning among the members of the CEA, nearly led to the disappearance of the CEA. But it was the president who advocated for his economic advisors to keep their positions. Next to be addressed is currently listed as the president's economic advisors and what their credentials are. This is a highly important role as you are influencing the president as to what economic decisions he will make and will impact the country. This position needs to be held with seriousness and high intellect. Next comes the actual role of advisors, and lastly, a review of the 2016 economic report. This report is submitted each year by the CEA and the President to Congress. History of the Economic Advisors. The Council of Economic Advisors was established in 1946. World War II had ended, and the government was concerned about America would go into economic decline and wanted to advise a council that could assist the president. The Council of Economic Advisors would as well be an extra set of eyes, opinion, views of the country's economic standing, as well as what to do and what not to do. It was devised by the Employment Act of 1946 and considered the most important policy issue that resulted from the Employee Act of 1946. They are considered to be a part of the economic branch of the U.S. government and therefore represented by the Executive Office of the President of the United States, seal. Herron, 2004. President during this time was President Truman, and his Congress did not see a clear concept of functions of what three-person CA would look like. At this time, the three people who made up the CA were Edward Norsey, who was the chair, Leon Kirsten was the vice chair, and John D. Clark. All three of the CA members had opposing views, which made things more complicated. Norsey wanted the CA to only give the president impartial economic advice in order to avoid political process. Therefore, the CA would not be a part of congressional hearings. In contrast, Kirsling wanted the CA to be a part of the political hearings as well as be an advocate. The two disagreed so much that eventually Norsing resigned because the two of them could not work out their disagreements, let alone work collaboratively. According to Stein, he wrote an article, A Successful Accident, Recollections, Speculations about the CA in 1996. And up until this point, the CA had a total of 50 members, and all but 6 of them had prestigious academic backgrounds. These 6 had backgrounds that consisted of working in the Federal Reserve and in other parts of the government. Additionally, Stein states that the president relies on others to select the members of the CA as well. This isn't always true because Eisenhower did select Arthur Burns, but the majority of the time the members of the CA are appointed by others. Stein, 1996. President Barack Obama announces his intent to nominate John Furman, President and Deputy Director of the National Economic Council Left, and Chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors to succeed current CA Chairman Alan Kruger Wright in the State Department dining room of the White House, June 10, 2013. Official White House photo was by Chuck Kennedy. Obama's Council of Economic Advisors. Jason Furman is the chair. His educational background consists of earning a PhD from Harvard University. Prior to being a CA under President Obama, he had many positions involved political policy and served on the CA under the President Clinton. has been employed at the World Bank. His current role at the CEA, he is deemed President Obama's chief executive and economist, and has been involved in every economic decision made since President Obama's inauguration, White House 2016. Here is a picture of Jason Furman. Sandra Black is a professor of economics at University of Texas, and prior to that, she was a professor of economics at UCLA. She has worked as an economist at the Federal Reserve Bank located in New York. She earned her BA from Berkeley, PhD from Harvard University. Additionally, she was the editor of the Journal of Human Resources and was research associate for the National Bureau of Economic Research. Here is a picture of Sandra Black. Third person is Jason Shambaugh. Jason Shambaugh, he also holds a BA from Yale and MALD from Fletcher School of Tufts University, and also has a PhD in economics from Berkeley. Like Dr. Black, he is also professor of economics from George Washington University. Also like Dr. Black, he was a part of the National Bureau of Economic Research. He has been considered senior economist in 2009, 2010, as well as chief economist from 2010 to 2011. Here is a picture of Jay. Role of the economic advisors. Start off with the Council of Economic Advisors, which recommends information to the president. The overall goal of the CA is to avoid operational responsibility and ensure they provide the president with economic backing, guidance, as well as offer analysis of economic issues unknown in 2016. The CA becomes an economic policy and has relied on three factors, the first being the quality of the advice. That is why all of the current and past CA members have extensive education in economic and have led a variety of roles in the national economic roles. The second most important factor is how the chairman person perceives their role in the CA. And last important factor is the relationship between the CA and the president. During President Bush time as president, the CA was nearly failing, as two are the three members of the CA, and the last remaining person was on the edge of leaving as well. Milbank, 2003. The members of the CAA were not getting the recognition they usually got from the president, and there were animosity among the group as well. Another major aspect that the CAA looks at is intentional and national trade, which is also include investments. Figure 2 depicts a graph showing the ups and downs in the international investments the CAA has been a part of. The responsibilities of the CA include the following: updating the president on all economic programs, policies, and objectives, and should not be put into place. Write the yearly economic report, submit to the president as well as to Congress. Educating president routinely on economic issues within the United States as well as internationally, Nelson, 2012. Economic report. There's a quick comic strip on how it works for the normal person and how they perceive it. The CA writes an economic report with the help of the president, and the 400-page report they examine the last in the year coming up. Technology, public policy intervention, as well as the 2015 economic report that makes special reference to Seventh Diversity Council, economic advisors, and lastly provides mini tables relating to income employment. Section of economic report including inclusive year to review global macroeconomic situation, inequality, early childhood technology, and innovation. Sending at the anniversary of the CA report to the president in various types of statistical tables. Within the inclusive growth section, they go over taxes, the unemployment rate of 2015, as well as discuss the Affordable Care Act, which President Obama had the help of the CA regarding the decision. As the U.S. economy moves beyond and recovering from the financial crisis, our policy stance should focus on promoting each of those factors to foster inclusive growth. CA 2016. The year in review, CA stated over a million 2015 economy added 2.7 million jobs, completing the strongest 2 years of the job growth since 1999. In December, the private sector employed had grown 70% consecutive months, the longest stretch of uninterrupted job gains on record, with a total of 13.8 million jobs added during 2015. Non-farm jobs growth averaged 228,000, and somewhat more moderate pace during 2014, but similar to the strong pace three proceedings, the unemployment rate fell 0.6% during the 12 months through December, after falling a percent point a year on average during the three preceding years. And this is found on 435 pages of the 2016 economic report. The Fred graph above represents the unemployment rate from before 1980 to present. This shows that during the past 6 years, the unemployment rate has dropped significantly during President Obama's time as president. In contrast, the years that President Bush was president, there was a climbing high rate of unemployment. As stated above, President Bush did not have strong counsel of economic growth. Lastly, in 2016, the economic report, the CA described themselves in part as a team that helps develop President's agenda. Public communication tend to complete the role while reflecting rigorous economic research, like economists from component executive office director and office. The president administered. More generally, statements of CA are intended to be consistent with the president's agenda, economic policy, CA 2016. Much report talks about the economic policies both within the United States and on the intentional level. This is very detailed and all-inclusive within 400 plus page economic report. A highly intellect and vast experience of three members of the Council of Economic Advisors will really shine through. In closing, here is a literature review for any references points should you need any further research into the issues covered today.